What's up? I said, blessed be, blessed be to you. It's the Chronicles of El. Thank you for coming through. Blessed be, blessed be to you. It's the Chronicles of El, and y'all know how we do. Ooh, blessed be, blessed be to you. It's the Chronicles of El. Thank you for coming through. Blessed be, blessed be to you. It's the Chronicles of El, and y'all rolling with your crew. Ooh, blessed be to you. It's the Chronicles of El, and y'all know I love you. Ooh. Blessed be family. This is L, one love, one peace, one everything. From L, all things elevated. Today is the 17th of April, 2024. And I was gonna do a video where you guys could see my face and stuff, but right now I'm not in an environment where it's conducive to me doing that. So in respect also of me smoking my blunt, I can't disclose the location that I'm in. So I'm just going to, I hope you guys are respectful enough to be able to get this message I'm saying without seeing my face. I want you to really hear what I'm saying. Today I'm talking about, oh my God, y'all, there's so much that I have to say. I don't even know how to incorporate the topic into everything that I want to articulate, but this is especially to my women, and it's for the men too, for them to listen, because the fact of the matter is, ladies, I'm going to have to try to see what I can entitle this, but there's so much good stuff that y'all need to get. Ladies, it's like we're on a journey, right? And we want to be married. We want to be in love. We want a man. We want a family. This is what we desire. But the thing is, as I observe women, especially women of color such as myself, not really having successful relationships, it's because there's too many hands in the pot that's stirring. A woman can only be to a man what he desires and requires for himself. There is no universal handbook for a woman to have there is no universal handbook. It's going to be all up to that man, because whatever he likes and whatever he desires, he sees the potential in her. It's his job to bring it out of her if she allows him to. So I recognize why my relationships haven't succeeded, why I've been manless for so long, why I've been miserable, why I've been out here on my own for such a long time. And we want to listen to the Bible. We want to listen to Big Mama. We want to listen to all these women telling us how they got it figured out. But most of the old school women that give women such as myself, I'm 42 years old, give me advice, they're single. They're at home. They're divorced. They're lonely. They're miserable. And they're trying to give you the things that worked for them. And you see that they're by themselves, and they'll say, I don't mind being alone. I don't care being by myself, because I'm not gonna let no man come up in here and do this, and I'm not gonna let no man come up in here and do that, and I'm gonna be me, and I'm gonna this. All of that, ladies that are from the ages of 45 to 28, so I'll say 28 to 45, if you're trying to get you a man, you're trying to get you a good man, the tactics and the tools that I've learned in such this short time, the love of my life, my other half, my twin flame, we've been in each other's lives since we were teenagers, and we tried many times to come together, and it just didn't happen the way that and that's why it messed up, wanted it to. But what I want doesn't matter in the sense of me attempting to make my partner happy, and vice versa for him. So really what you're supposed to do as the two is be everything that each other wants the other person to be. You have to submit yourself to the man that you love and not get any advice from anybody, because the advice that they're giving you is not beneficial to him, because only he knows what's satisfactory and pleasing to himself as a man. Only he knows what he wants. So you have to allow yourself to be an open book and be a blank page, so that he can write on you, so that he can write you, that he can sculpt you into being the person that's beneficial to him. Because only he knows what he needs. You don't. So what he needs is a blank canvas from you as a goddess, as a woman, not bringing any of the mishaps and the insecurities from your past relationships and your past children's father and your trauma from your mama and the trauma from your daddy and the abuse as a child and all of the bullshit that we've dealt with as women. He don't need none of that. He needs you to be a blank page. And through the process of submission, I'm learning it's so sexual, it's so feminine, it's so energizing. It feels good to really release it and let that feeling go, let that burden go, to give that weight that we carry so much, sisters, to a man, to give it to him and let him carry that load. Let him be responsible for it. Give it to him. If all I have to do is be a lady and be a nurturer and be beautiful and be available for you and be what you need me to be, that's my position. That's my job. That's what's going to get me a man. That's what's going to keep me my man. That's what's going to keep my man happy. That's what's going to keep my man loving me, being open to the things that he like and desire for him. It's out of line to go and talk to your girlfriends or your relatives, sisters, aunties, big mamas about things that he wants to do to you, the plan he has for your family. If you're choosing to be with this man, you're opening up yourself to say, I'm surrendering to you. And we can't do that as sisters because we carry so much masculine weight and we don't want to put it down, and we want to put ourselves in the position of them, and we want to compare ourselves to them, and we want to say, well, if he did it, why can't I do it? Oh, it's no excuse that I'm a woman and he's a man. And we're fighting over things that don't even matter. We're fighting over things that's not helping us become our greatest selves. And through that realization, I've discovered the real power of love is the act of letting go. It is the act of submission. It is the act of giving up and releasing and letting go of the fear. And the fear is the need to control. We want to control because we feel like whoever is in control has the power. But the real power is in submission and letting go and being able to release it. That's the real power. Because you can't receive something if you're holding on to something. And I couldn't receive my man. I couldn't receive my God because I was holding on to my mama's philosophies and what she said and what she did and what she won't do for a man and this and that and cousins and sisters and aunties, and everybody got an opinion on how you should run your house and your family. Oh, and he did that. That's we don't do that. We don't. And and even sexual desires, those are private, sacred things. Those are, a man should be able to tell you his thoughts and desires, one, without you casting judgment, two, without you bringing any type of religious factor, biblical factors, any of that stuff in. He should be able to be transparent to you, and you should be his safe haven. And you should put yourself in the position, as long as it's not physically harming you or harming your family, to fulfill and please him in his fantasies, because you have to, in his desires. Because think about it, you have to live with this man for the rest of your life, and there's going to be parts of him that's unhappy. And when you unlock yourself and when you submit, you're not even submitting to him, you're submitting to the will of the divine, the greater power in you. That's what you're submitting to. It just has showed up in the form of this man. Y'all didn't get it. Oh my God. Whew. That's power. Oh my God. Did you hear that? Oh my God. That's it. I'm submitting to myself because I am him and he is me. He is I and I is he. The Father and I are one. Oh my God. Oh, shit. Whew. I feel like Troy from Waiting to Exhale. Whoa, shit. Robin. Whoa. God. Y'all, that's power. Oh my gosh, that's power. He is me. So if we're one, his thoughts are my thoughts. His desires are my desires. So in actuality, we're suppressing how we really feel because of, because of things, and there's certain words I have to use, y'all. I'm trying to let this whole, however long this video, these minutes go up here. So y'all know what I mean by not bringing those factors in. Those have created fears for me. And so I am blocking myself off and closing myself to his thoughts and desires, not even knowing that they're really secretly my own. And I've repressed them because I have to be the show face. I'm the face of the product. So I can't let it be known that this stuff is deep, dark, and in it. It's in us. If it's in us to believe that it's bad, there's a part in us that believes that it was good, because there is no good with the, oh my, y'all better get this thing. His thoughts are my thoughts. His will is my will. His desires are my desires. But when we hear them, we automatically flag because we've heard that it's not correct. We've heard that it's wrong. So we automatically get a defense. I'm not doing that. That goes against what I believe. What do you believe? Is it something that you really believe because it's something you know and you've gained the experience from it? Or is it something that you've been taught? That's the question of the day. Is it something that you really believe is not correct? Or is it something that you've been taught that's not correct? And that we should ask ourselves in everything that we do. And that should help us respond. That should help us respond. So, I am whatever you say I am, because if I wasn't, then why would you say I am? So, if I wasn't, why would you say I am? So when you come to me with your thoughts and your desires, and I am you, when I say, see, that's where we fuck up, ladies. We say, oh, we're sync, we're one, or I love you, baby, I love everything about you. And as soon as they start telling us what they want in the bedroom, as soon as they start telling us their kinky desires and their fetishes and all that shit, we want to get all, you know what, then thou, and we want to get all sanctified and close up our robes and just close up. But how do you expect him to stay faithful? How do you expect him to stay attracted to you if you don't want to try new things and do new stuff and be adventurous and go those places that you wouldn't go before? Because remember, you said you do if you're married and you're a blank canvas. And so you have to be willing to do things that you may not necessarily think you like doing. But if you didn't like doing them, then your partner wouldn't bring it to you. So there it is right there. Your thoughts are his thoughts. So if he thinking it, yeah, y'all getting it? There it is. So when your partner comes to you and says, I want to tie you up, I want to pour hot wax on your body, I want to gag you, I want to push myself in your, I'm trying to be sexy and clean at the same time. Y'all gonna work with me. Oh, we getting the smoke, we getting the fucking smoke. Come on, y'all, let's take a toke. We about to get the smoke, get the smoke, get the smoke. Come and get the smoke. We about to take a toke. Come on, get the fucking smoke, get the smoke, get the smoke. Come and get the smoke. Go and grab your blankets. You know we about to take a toke. Get the smoke, get the smoke. Go and get the smoke. Go and grab your blanket and drinkers. We about to take a toke. We getting the smoke, y'all. I forgot to tell y'all. I'm almost finished with it now, but I'm there, y'all. So y'all about to get that shit. Okay, so let's do this again. All right. So Bae come to you, Daddy come to you, Poppy come to you, Master comes to you, and he says, baby, I want you to get on your knees and crawl to me. And when you crawl to me, I want you to say, Master Daddy, I'm yours. And you're free to do whatever you want to do to me. And then I'm going to put a gag ball in your mouth and tie you up while you're down on your knees. And I'm going to grab your face and I'm going to smack you. And then I'm going to spit on you. And then I'm going to lick it off and I'm going to spit on you again. And then I'm going to choke you ever so gently. I'm going to push your head back and suck on your neck. Push you down, face down. I'm gonna smack your ass. I'm gonna keep smacking it in the same spot till it turns red. I'm gonna put my hands gently around your neck and lick your ear. And I'm gonna whisper and say, you my bitch. You my nasty little bitch. And I want you to nod your head. And I'm gonna pull your panties to the side. Put myself inside of you. And rough sex you till I come. How would you feel, ladies? Would you do it? And I just gave a small little, that was just very small. I'm trying to be clean with it. Would you do it? Would you crawl on your knees to your man? Would you let him gag ball you? Would you let him spank you? Would you let him spit on you? Would you? Would you let him flow all over your chest? Would you let him flow all over your face? Would you let him flow in your hair? Would you let him flow in your mouth? Would you let him flow on your stomach? Would you let him flow on your ass? And if he told you in advance that was what he wanted to do. All you saved sisters out there, all you sisters of, just all sisters in general. How would y'all respond, ladies? If he told you that he wanted a threesome? If you told him that you want to fulfill his every desires and one of his desires was a threesome and then you said you disagreed, then does that make you a person that go back on your word? If you tell him you want to be his everything and you want to do what it takes to please and satisfy him, and he tells you certain things that you're not comfortable with, he wants to do, are you going to do it? A lot of men sisters are not happy sexually because they're not able to sexually express themselves, and a lot of them do masturbate to porn, and they go to the porn that they want to do at home, or some of them go buy it, or you just might be getting cheated on, sis, or you got a boring ass dedicated ass man that really love you and you need to straighten up your motherfucking shit. Or it could be all of the above. Or you could be the one that is fulfilling his every desire. But see, in that process, when you start becoming free, it looks dark to people and they're scared. It's because you're limitless now. You start indulging or you start doing things that people would consider, a lot of people don't like opening certain doors because they feel like it's going to lead to something else, but it's only what you're really thinking. Typically, you live your greatest fears. So if you're fearless, you're able to live the life that you really desire, and you're able to be happy. And remember, those things are supposed to be sacred. It's just between you and him. So if you are dedicating yourself to a man, or if you have a boyfriend or a husband and you're serious, or you're in a serious relationship, are you willing, ladies, to do what it takes to satisfy and fulfill your man and to keep him happy? Would you have a threesome if that was something that he wanted? Could you live with having to watch your man I won't say make love, because it wouldn't be love if it was your first time, and you should do it with a stranger. I did my research and it was like it's best to do it with the stranger because men, when they orgasm, they release endorphins of love hormones, and if it's somebody they know, or if it's an ex or someone that they've been with and they're with their current spouse, they will release those feelings of love and ecstasy towards them both, and then he gets split in the middle, and that's a problem. So it should always be with someone that you both don't know. I'm not recommending it. I'm just saying if it's something people don't like talking about it. So, can you handle it though? And I had this conversation with my man, and he said something that was very important, and I never thought about this because we as women, we are very selfish when it comes to being in a relationship. And he said something to me last night. He said, and then I'm going to get back to that subject. Why is it fair that, like, he said, you always tell me, women are emotional. They love a man. They're dedicated. But if they cheat on their man, it's emotional, right? So I said, yeah. He said, well, it's different for a man. If we cheat on our spouse, It's physical. We could have sex with another woman and still be in love with our woman and come back and be with our family and not think twice about it. But when a woman cheats, you said her mind is gone, right? I said, yeah. So he said, isn't it far more dangerous for a woman if she's cheating, her mind is gone, and she's staying with a man she's no longer in love with? So then it does become monetary gain, because we all know that if we are those sorts of women and we're not hoes and we're just fucking people, and we don't value monogamy, or we just like having multiple partners. Everybody can do as they choose, so I'm not discriminating. But what I'm saying is in regards to two people being in love, and then when a woman does cheat, we do get to know the other man on an emotional level. Far as where the man is, it is just physical. He could go pick up a bitch and have sex with her and drop that off and go back to his family, is pretty much what he was saying. And it's because their needs are not getting met at home. Not justifying the behavior, but I am justifying the cause of why it is taking place. And so getting back to his take on the threesome, when I was expressing, because we were having this conversation, and typically we as women, we are going to be one-sided with this, and this is how we generally would feel. We couldn't bear seeing him have sex with another woman. It basically would be like we're giving him the opportunity to cheat right in front of us. I mean, this is shit we say because I've heard it and I've thought it. And you know, why would you do that? You're giving him permission to cheat and sleep with somebody else. And so that's how we as women, we look at it. So we're closed off to it. Plus, we feel a certain way about, women, and we can't control what he does with her and to her. And that's a problem for us, because we have to have the need to control. We want to control everything in the relationship. And he was like, y'all control everything. You control when y'all have babies. You control when y'all want to sleep with us. You control, your cycle. Y'all control everything. He said the only thing we control is when we decide to say we want to marry y'all. That's the only thing that we have. That's the only thing we control. And y'all try to rush that. Y'all try to give us ultimatums. He said, this is the trial period for me to be able to see if I can live with you for the rest of my life. But we want the ring first. And it is not fair, because we're not giving them the opportunity to know who we are. We're trying to secure it because we are on a biological clock. And so men are being outed, and it is one-sided a lot of the time with it. And as far as intimacy, we do want to control that. But he said, the same fears you have, I have. He said, you don't think I have fears? You don't think that I would think about if it took place, me seeing you with another woman? He was like, shit, you might get turned out. You may not think that it's something that you like, but then we experience it and you think you're doing it for me. And he said, that's the selfish part. Y'all can't see past seeing us be with another woman, but it's the same for us. The same fears you have, we have. Like, what if you do this again behind my back? Y'all are emotional creatures. If y'all bond on an emotional level with me, it's just physical. We're just experiencing this, we're doing it. It was a fantasy I wanted. I may not even want it again. He said, but how do I know that you're not? Because you're emotional. You bond with this female on an emotional level. Y'all hugging and kissing and shit, and breasts are touching, and wombs are touching, and you humping and kissing and all this sort of shit. That shit is way deeper than me just sticking my dick in her and we're just physically having sex till I have an orgasm. And ladies, I didn't think about it like that, and I was like, oh my God, for one, I love you so much. Two, I fucking love you. Three, you're everything to me besides the divine above and our children. And it's magical, man. I'm like, oh my God, this is the pinnacle of arrival. And broad is the gate to destruction. And there's so many people that travel by that way, but narrow is the gateway to and I'm not saying it right, but pretty much the road this pinnacle, few there be that find this. And when he said that, I was like, something in me just exploded, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. I never thought about it like that. And I have such a profound respect for him, because we don't think about it like that. We're selfishly blinded, and we can't get past seeing him doing it with someone else, but we're involved too. It's all three of us. And that emotional bond is there, So I'm going to leave it there, but this was the Chronicles of L Daytime. I'm going to hit y'all with an after dark in a little while. This was 30 minutes, and I only had 32 minutes, and I want to be able to properly upload this, so I'm going to end this, y'all. But I want y'all to meditate on the things that I've said, and we're going to come back. We're going to do it again, all right? Blessed be to y'all. One love. I hope all of this gets up. Peace be to y'all. One love.